Barnstorming America, Stories from the Pioneers of Women's Basketball. In an era where women had only recently been given the right to vote and the Great Depression made jobs of any kind hard to come by, American women of the 1930s faced an uphill battle when it came to accessing opportunities to work outside the home. About the same time, the relatively new sport of basketball was gaining popularity in America and at schools. Girls were allowed to play basketball, although the rules were modified to accommodate the lack of strength, stamina, and selfishness of the weaker sex, attributes deemed necessary to play basketball the way boys and men did. Many girls, however, excelled at basketball, to the extent that they wanted to keep playing after finishing high school. But apart from amateur athletic union programs and the rare college teams, organized basketball after high school was out of reach for most women. Women's professional leagues were still 4 decades away from reality. Barnstorming America, Stories of the Pioneers of Women's Basketball, tells the story of the women who helped reshape America's attitudes towards women in sports and paved the way for today's professional women's leagues. Award-winning historian and author John Molina interviewed over 80 veterans of the barnstorming wars and their families, recording their experiences both on and off the court. The result is a treasure trove of anecdotes and stories that paint a vivid picture of life as a professional women's basketball player, something almost unthinkable before 1936. The teams represented in Barnstorming America include the All-American Redheads, Helen Stevens Olympic Co-eds, Grover Cleveland Alexander Stars of the World, the Ozark Hillbillies, the Arkansas Travelers, the Texas Cowgirls, the Shooting Stars, the Arkansas Lassies, the Kansas City Royal Maids, the Arkansas Gems, the Southern Belles, and the Pink Panthers. The book also includes stories from the first woman to ever play in the NCAA just 2 years after Title IX. There are also stories from the WBL, the Women's Basketball League, the first league to ever successfully complete a year. Barnstorming America has been named Book of the Year by the New England Basketball Hall of Fame and has been receiving rave reviews around the country. John D'Oliva, the CEO from the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, states, "For the first time in history, the story of basketball's first ladies come to life in John Molina's Barnstorming America. Through their own words, tales of past glories fit neatly into the broader context of a bygone era. These basketball barnstormers paved the way for today's modern game, and it is high time we hear their stories and celebrate their victories. Barnstorming America is must-read material for any basketball fan." Chris Voles, Executive Director of the Collegiate Sports Awards, the Honda Cup. "It is a league of their own, mixed with a bit of Forest Gump in chronicling American history and women's basketball at the same time. John Molina has taken his love for the game and for those who gave it their best and woven tales that are important to the fabric of women's basketball and women in our society in general. A terrific piece." Danielle Donahue, Executive Director of the Women's Basketball Coaches Association. "It is of paramount importance that we remember and honor the contributions of those who came before us, and that we reinforce the significant impact of the game of women's basketball has had on individuals and our society as a whole. We know that we stand on the shoulders of giants." Thank you, John, for sharing these priceless stories with us. I love the book.
Here are the groundbreakers for women's basketball in the United States and over the world.
Ernest Schaefer, number 4, Texas Cowgirls.
Teresa Basraw, Redheads, 69-70. Royal Maids, 70-71.
Elvira Peps Newman played 2 years with the Cowgirls, owned with a partner team called the Shooting Stars Arkansas Lassies for 9 years, and then had my own team, the Arkansas Gems, for 15 years.
Sue Petzall, number 5, and I played 1969-70 with Southern Belles. for about 2 years.
Diane Kirkland, number 9, Southern Bells, 1969 to 1971.
Lucille Thompson, number 7, 70 to 71 on Southern Bells, and from 71 to 72 for the Royal Maids.
John Molina, I'm just a big fan of all them, and the author of Barnstorming America.
Jenny Hill, Texas Cowgirls, 1959 to 1964.
Debbie Smith Loftus, All-American Redheads, number 6, 1967-68.
Vicki Nelson, Arkansas Gems, 77 through 88.
Glenda Ledbetter, 1963-64, 64-65 with the Redheads, and 1 year with the Southern Bells.
Wilda Kelly, All-American Redheads, 67-68, Royal Maids, 68-69.
Sandy Mann, All-American Redheads and Southern Bells, 1963 through 1971.
Patty Bruce, All-American Redheads, 75-76 College Edition from Oklahoma.
Brenda Moon, All-American Redheads, 1965 to 1969.
For my mother, Kay Kirkpatrick, All-American Redheads, 1936 to 1940.
Basketball pioneer.